Hey guys, I had a really cool memory that popped up for me tonight, and I will apologize for the black and blue on my face. Um, I had a minor accident this week. Um, so I had an interesting memory that popped up on my Facebook memories today, and I thought I should share it with y'all. And this is a lot of why I do websites and marketing stuff for clients now. Few years ago, I was just starting doing marketing for a client. We were getting ready to start doing ads and we were starting to build out landing pages on the back end of their website. And we log in, and this guy had an e commerce website. And we start doing some of the basic stuff that we do from a tech check perspective. We were making sure that Google could find it, that Google could index it, that it had Google Analytics, that it had, the currency set correctly so that it would function in a way that it should function. And we found out pretty quickly that the website was set to no index, which meant Google, don't search this site, don't look at the site, had no Google Analytics, even though this guy had paid a fortune to have SEO done. And it had no Google Search Console. It had none of the things on it. To boot, it was actually set up. This guy was in North Carolina. The e commerce portion of his website was set to Australian dollars, not US dollars. And the list went on. It was set to ship for like minimal cost. These are heavy items that he was trying to ship. Everything was basically in-store pickup, or you had to have it truck shipped, so you had to have a quote for shipment. So many things. All of the inventory was wrong. None of it worked right, and it was a disaster. Y'all, I cannot tell you how many people have come to me like this. This is not an isolated incident. Unfortunately, this is something that I see all the time. Don't let this be you. Ask questions about your website, learn enough to know what you're getting. I swore when I left EMC in 2013 that I would never write another line of code again. And yet, one of the things that I have seen over and over and over again are websites that are done so incredibly poorly. I recently came across another website that, sure, it had SEO down on it. And guess what? It didn't have any of the header tags on any of the pages. So Google's not going to be able to build the sitemap correctly for the website. Hey, Catherine, good to see you. And, Barbara Serby says, nope, yours was done in HTML, so you had to completely redo it. Your website couldn't even be updated and brought up to date on the software because it was built in hand-coded HTML. Y'all, hand-coded HTML for a small business owner is an absolute nightmare. It's an unmaintainable nightmare. As somebody who is a software engineer by training, I actually worked at IBM for a long time doing customer support for NetView for Multi-System Manager and NetView for ZOS. And we worked on a variety of different systems. And one of the things that I got really, really passionate about while I was working in level 2 and level 3 customer support and then working in development and QA was things have to be maintainable in the long run, because I didn't want to be stuck, going back and having to manually fix something for a client or sit here and tell yet another client, hey, we can't update that because it was done so incredibly crappily by the last person. Your website is on Kajabi. Kajabi is a particular type of builder. You can never port it anywhere else. So your website is on Kajabi as it is. But it's fine. It's actually, every website is ultimately, at the end of the day, it's HTML. It's just that yours is not hand-coded HTML. Yours is on a website builder or a web page builder, which happens to be Kajabi. Yes, you are stuck. That just kind of is part of a lot of these funnel systems, Catherine. It just kind of is. Whether you're on Kajabi or Infusionsoft or ClickFunnels or whatever, those are just page builders. And they are optimized usually for conversion and that type of thing. And they are what they are. They have their limitations. Normally I wouldn't do a full website in a Kartra or Kajabi, but there are cases where it makes sense to do that. So, ask these questions. And, this is why I started doing what I do with marketing. It's to provide a good service, to provide an honest service, to make it so that my clients have a website that they can actually take themselves and maintain if they wanted to do, and update themselves if they wanted to do that. Or go find another website person who can update the site, because a lot of people use the same website builders that we do. So it's not like we exist in a vacuum. It's not hand-coded HTML that can never be maintained by somebody else. And that to me was really, really important. I have seen so many people lose their websites because their website person went out of business and then they couldn't find anybody who could manage to maintain their website. So make sure that you are doing a really good job of asking questions. Make sure that your website's going to be maintainable. WordPress.org is fine. WordPress.com is fine. WordPress is a platform, so you may not want to host your website actually on WordPress. I usually recommend that people host their websites on SiteGround for most of them. They host a WordPress website on SiteGround is usually what I'm recommending that people do if they're doing a WordPress site. If not, they're doing a website a lot of times on Shopify, which is yet another platform. There's lots of different platforms out there. Some of them are better than others. I think you should just sit down and call me, have a talk. Let's figure out what's going to work for you. And I apologize for my face looking a little bit goofy. Well, I took a swan dive the other day and it is what it is. And I hope that you have an awesome night. Let me know if you have any questions about websites and marketing stuff, because I can help you avoid some of these really expensive, really painful mistakes. We'll talk soon. Thanks. Bye-bye. Avoid GoDaddy. Yeah, friends, don't let friends GoDaddy. When it works well, it works really well. And when it doesn't, it doesn't. Have a good night, y'all. Take care.